What I'm curious about, and mine will be a little different because mine's a specific business, but for you, what was there a time, and if there was, what was the moment where you were like, fuck this, man, I'm ready to tap out?
Um, yeah, I can definitely think of like one exact moment. I mean, I'm really lucky. I'll just, the disclaimer, I'll say, I'm really lucky to say that I think I've really only had one of those moments. I've never thought about not doing music. So I'm really, 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 really lucky. And I started doing it professionally young enough that I was able to make it happen. At the same time, I will say I've done tons of other jobs. I've been on Atlantic Records and worked Uber. I worked at a sub shop. I've done lots of other jobs while doing music. And in music, I do a lot of other jobs outside my artist career still to this day that I use to further fund my artist career. But in terms of like just giving up and saying I can't do it anymore.
Like you're ready to go get a job at Liberty
Yeah, I
Mutual.
mean, I want to keep this as short as possible. But I mean, I think it wasn't even like me thinking about getting a job somewhere else. It was just me, but it was just like hands in the air, like I gave up. You know what I mean? It was just really tough. I mean, I don't want to shit on anybody, but like my situation with Atlantic Records was we weren't releasing music, and there was no talk of releasing music, and there was no talk of making maybe hypothetically better music. There was just no conversation. I mean, my A&R disappeared for 5 months at a time once. You couldn't get a hold of them. I mean, that should be enough for any CEO to fire that person. Instead, that guy got a promotion. You know what I mean? So it's like at that point and then the funny thing is, I would love to backtrack. I think the year before this moment, I wrote some, like, I think I wrote, if you know my catalog, to those listening, I think I wrote Dance with Darkness, Take a Sip, Young Man, Because It's Wrong, Rattle Your Cage, and like one more, all in one year. So it was a really good run. You know what I mean? Like I thought I did at that era, that was my best. You know what I mean? And I mean, there's plaques in the other room to show for it. But at the time, the music wasn't out, and we didn't know, and I just thought it was great, and no one told me it wasn't great, but no one told me anything. You know what I mean? So I think there was a point where we were gonna release one song with Atlantic Records, Tipping Point, and it was just a tough time. I don't want to overspeak here. But streaming just wasn't a thing. It was becoming a thing, but even if it was whatever it was of a thing, I wasn't welcome. I know I wasn't welcome, and I had no way of becoming welcome, and I just didn't know what to do. I mean, I knew that when we put it out, it was just going to flop.